Hey Luke.
Hey buddy, how you going?
Good.
That's
Good.
good. Thanks for joining us, man. My name's Luke. We're the Everblack Podcast. It's good to talk to you. How's things?
Things are good.
That's awesome, man. You had the Decade of Divination tour there. Massive time for you guys. Six huge
Yeah.
shows.
Yeah, it was good, beautiful time. Yeah.
What was the experience for the whole tour like?
What was the experience of the whole tour? Um, just, I think there was definitely an overwhelming amount of seeing faces that have been there for so long, and some people we hadn't seen in 10 years, to be honest.
Yep.
So that part of it was really nostalgic. It was almost like a reunion.
Yeah,
Um,
awesome.
yeah, and it was a bit of a whirlwind too, because it's such a build up and then it's over so quick. It's just like a bit discombobulating how it's full on and then it's done. Like,
Then it's
well,
done.
Australia could be, oh, it's a big country, but we could have, if you're in America, there'd be like 50 shows, right? In
Yep.
Australia, it's just like six if you're lucky.
Yeah, right.
And yet you're traveling so far to get to all the shows. It's just so strange sometimes.
Yeah, cool. Must be awesome. I know you must say it for all the shows though, but which city was your favorite?
State for all the cities.
We got to tell every city this is our favorite, right?
Nah,
Get them involved.
nah, I don't lie. Definitely don't lie. If they're not as good as the last city, I'll let them know, and then
All
I'll
right.
have to step up. Um, yeah, look, I can't. I
All as
wish it
good as
was.
the last.
Nah, this all different, all really different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
different venues create different experiences. Like some shows felt really like throwback shows, and I love them for that. Like
Yep.
smaller venue in Adelaide, like 550 people, but it's in like this sort of hall in the uni, and it felt like a full throwback show, and it's crazy, right? But then you're in Brisbane, and you're in a venue you've never been in before, and there's 1,500 people, and it's like almost feels like you could be in America somewhere. And it's just like it actually feels like a big show, and it's
Yep.
overwhelming in a different way, special in some way. Biggest headliner in Brisbane we done. It feels monumental, but beautiful as it is, and as crazy it is, it doesn't have the chaos of the small. So I could find a gem in all of them,
Yeah,
and
awesome.
that's not. There was no bad show, and I tell you if there was a bad show, there was none.
Oh, that's
All
good to hear.
crazy because Sydney had Adrian from North Lane and
Yeah.
sold out show first show too. So it's like anticipation to get the tour going, special for its own right. And Sydney is probably craziest Sydney's ever been for us too. And sometimes I think maybe Sydney and Melbourne can be a bit spoiled because they get so many shows, but
Yep.
instead they were just like
They brought it.
ramping to get out of the gates. Yeah, crazy.
Oh, that's good to hear, man. Well,
Yeah,
I actually photographed and did the review on the Brisbane show, so I thought it was epic. It was a good
yeah,
time.
cool.
So yeah, maybe next time we'll have to try a bit harder too and make sure we bring it a lot better. I got a couple of photos actually of you in your reindeer suit, and after the
Nice.
reindeer suit, printed a few off. So
That's sweet. Yeah, we thought that's something we used to do. You'd play these ridiculous nightclubs 10 years ago and then have onesie parties and then give the bands onesies to wear. So it's just something that was like, it's so, like, I can't believe that was an era that we used to do. And so to just do the stupidity and the moronicness of that on the stage, as dumb as it felt like, why not? Why
yeah,
not?
well, that's what I was going to ask, man. I was going to see like, is it coming on the stage in the reindeer suit? Like, what was the idea behind it? But obviously, just throwback.
Yeah, it's complete. If you went to, I think they're like destroying lines, nightclubs, bang, and next. It was a thing that everyone's in onesies, with, like different animal heads and stuff. Um,
Yep.
yeah, yeah,
Have you had like one standout sort of dress up? I know that I think you guys did an Anchorman once before.
yeah. Anchorman was pretty good. I don't know if we can beat Anchorman. You know what? Snow White and the Seven Dwarves was pretty good. Wait,
Sounds,
no, it was Wizard of Oz. Wizard of Oz. That was the
oh,
one. Because we didn't do Snow White, we did Willy Wonka. That's what I'm thinking of. But it was the Wizard of Oz. I was dressed up as Dorothy. Yeah,
would have
yeah,
been a good time. No,
yeah.
I think it was a good idea though. Like, I mean, it really kind of set the crowd up, and I think, well, for me personally, like when I was as close as I could be with the camera, but like I didn't know it was you at the start. I saw the sign and everything. I was like, oh yeah, cool. What's going on here? And then bam, it kind of set everyone up. As soon as you took it off, everyone just heard the roar and all that. It was like, oh, cool. So
Yeah,
yeah, no,
good fun.
that was awesome. Did you have sort of a favorite song across the tour? Like, was it sort of opening with Neverland? Did everyone get straight into it, or?
I think it's probably the departure into unknown is my favorite part. It's where it's really fast and heavy, and first couple songs are out of the way, so there's no anxious, is it all going to work kind of stuff. It's you're dialed in.
Yep.
You already got a feeling of how the crowd is, how it needs to be, how to meet the energy. So yeah, departure unknown, just where it's circle pits and just like big breakdowns.
Going hard.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool. And I guess like back 10, 11 years, 2012, when you brought the album out, did you think back then, you're going to be as big as you are now, and it was going to be like this?
No, that making that record was just it was a bucket list thing for us as a band at the time. Let's make an album. We've never made an album before. We all lived in a share house together. We're all working our jobs, and we saved up enough individually to put together into the kitty. And we picked someone in America. Could have been anyone, honestly.
Yep.
The budget we were on, but like we picked him because he'd worked for the Legend. The band was called Legend. Anyhow, so it was just that was already blown the expectation that we would go to America to record a record.
Yeah, right.
And I think prior to that, there was, it was just playing like youth centers and battle of the band style places. Like it wasn't, we didn't have people hunting us or like a label after. There's none of that stuff. There's no expectation. It could have been a bomb record and we still would have enjoyed like the experience. So zero expectation. I couldn't have podcasted it. It was the desire there there was a hunger there, yes, but there was no expectation.
Yeah, cool. All right, and did it sort of feel like just overnight, or did it like it just you exploded all of a sudden? Is that how it felt to you, or?
No, it was a slow build because we started, we were playing like we were up to that, like let's be a support for so long, right? And then let's do a headline show. And the biggest venue we played maybe was like 300 cap, and let's try and sell that out. And that was exciting, So we never there's no blow up. I don't think there's no blow up. It was just like, what's the next step? What's the next step? How can we build on this? Because the slow build is, I think, is just always the more sustainable build as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And we were managing ourselves and big manage in a great way. That we didn't want to just like shoot for the moon straight away.
Yeah.
Because then like, oh well, this like, how big is the overnight success? Oh, it's not sustainable. So the gradual and slow build kept us on track and hungry.
Yeah, awesome. That's good to hear. And did you find like, I guess, staying true to your musical style and also then experimenting and pushing boundaries for something new? Is that something you find difficult doing when you make newer albums, or?
Probably the hardest part is lyrics, not music. Because there's only so many words in the English dictionary. Mind you, there are hundreds of thousands. That being said, there's only so many that sound good, sung or screamed. Like there is that, you're not gonna certain words that they're just not. You're not gonna scream television, for instance. But if I said like bone and stone and throne, these are much nicer sounding vowels or words. So you can often run into traps of like that's quite similar to something we've already done before. So finding new ways to innovate, whether you make up words, you make up sounds, or perhaps new rhyming schemes. I think that's the part that can be most challenging to explore in new ground.
Yeah, right.
But musically, you're looking at frets, and you can these days it's not, you don't have to go buy a new amp to sound different. You can just flick a switch, press a button. So yeah, we're always trying to innovate, and I think in Art's Wake, if we look back on our thing isn't trying to create the same record twice. It's always like what it's just our creative brand, if you would, that we can put our creativity down
Yeah,
enough.
no, definitely.
We've done soundtrack, we've done acoustic EPs, we've had soft songs like Wildflower, then we've had really heavy stuff like Worldwide Suicide. We don't subscribe to rules at the end of the day. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I mean, everyone's loving it, everything you do, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, some things are polarizing, and that's okay too. So I wouldn't say everyone loves everything by any means. Like yeah, that'd be too general a statement for me. I can't.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You got the Unify off the records tour coming up too. Excited?
Yes, yeah, it's good. So our manager of 6-7 years, the guy who signed us, Luke, he's leaving the record label after I don't know, 15 years, 17 years or something.
Yep, yep.
And so these shows are his last hurrah with the label, and then he leaves the week after. And so he put these lineups together and made it all happen. And look, he deserves credit behind. He's the one behind Unify. You know, it was his dream and his baby all the way along. So yeah, I'm excited. He's going to be there. You know, it's going to be nice to be there for a couple shows to watch him move through that process of letting go of his babies. You know,
Yeah, yeah, right. So
so it's exciting. Yeah,
exciting, fun, but that little bit of emotional side as well.
yeah, which is good. I think for any of us to think this is forever
Yep.
is false. We all love to believe it is, but whether we're not here tomorrow, or a member needs to leave, or the label needs to let go of someone, or the person actually says I'm out themselves, you just never know. And again, that's what the pandemic showed us too. It all taken it for granted, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, we should always be hard in it. The less
Embrace the
spoiled we are.
now.
Yeah, embrace the now, really. Yeah, really. And I think that's where the music scene is now. We'll see how long it lasts in this space, but there's definitely so much coming through, and everyone's keen to
Yeah,
just get back up and into it and get the
yeah.
ball rolling.
Yeah, awesome, man. And do you find like from your performing band side of things, like when you go into it, do you get a lot of chance to watch the other bands, or do you just sort of stay back and prep for your show coming up, for your set?
Oh, is this for Unify or for our just tour gone?
Well, let's say Unify. Let's go with that.
Yeah, for Unify, I will definitely try and watch as many bands as I can.
Yep.
Until the set just before. That's usually when my prep sort of starts. An hour before, let's say. When it's a tour that we're on, if I know that I can catch the bands in 10 shows time, I'll often just stay back and get in my zone for the first few shows till I'm really comfortable.
All
And
right.
then
Awesome.
and then I can sort of kick back in a way and go watch the first three bands that played before us.
Yeah.
I think
Perfect.
I think the anxiety, the anxiousness and nerves can be there, and you just need to center your energy rather than going out and seeing how exciting it is for everyone else. When it's the start of a tour.
Yeah. Cool. Is there anyone sort of excited to see on the Unify or
Oh, all of the bands.
all of
The
them?
lineup's curated really well. We know at this point. We've toured with pretty much every band
Yeah,
at
because you
some
guys have got
point.
like North Lane, Make Them Suffer.
Yeah,
I like Ocean Sleeper. They're pretty good, up and coming.
yeah. There's so many. Red Hook, I think, might be on one of the lineups too.
Yep, yep.
Alf Wolf on the Hobart one. Make this, yeah, like it's just going to be. I don't know where they're going to put us all. I mean, I've been to all these venues before. There's only one green room, so I think it's going to be. I don't think there's going to be people in green rooms. I think we're going to have to be out on the street, seeing what's the longest dinner reservation you can have. I don't know. I don't
Well,
know.
hopefully it goes all well.
Oh, I'm sure it'll go smooth as. This is no one's first rodeo. It'll be sweet.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool. On the topic of other musicians too, like so, if In a Heart's Way could do a collaboration with any other person, any other artist in the world, who would you pick?
Any other artists in the world? Hmm. I like something that looks like in the genre, then I'm out of the genre. Yeah, it's too broad.
I made it too hard.
Yeah,
Let's go
you
out of
start
the
what
genre.
happen, what happens is you start to look at you start to look at your Spotify in your head, and you start to look at your iTunes, and then you go
That, no,
wait, am I even listening to anything that could be collaborated with? Um, out of the genre. I can tell people's favorite. I could tell you people's favorite bands, but I don't know if that would work. Like, a guitarist, he loves Tony Anderson, this composer, and I don't know if it'd work. And I got other guitarists, he just loves Coldplay from a young age. I don't think that'd work. Man, it might work,
You
but
never know. Coldplay in
never know.
Heartswake. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, yeah, and you know, uh, you know what? For a laugh, this will. I'll say it because it's like a guilty, and also it'd be hilarious. Just I wouldn't do a record just for a song. It'd be hilarious to do a collab with Nickelback. That'd be great. Just get all kinds of like haters out of the woodwork, and then
Oh,
people like, it's not bad actually.
yeah,
They're actually
a lot of
good,
people
but then
dislike them. I don't know why.
yeah, it's because of Chad's attitude, which and how vocal he is outside of the band. But all that aside, musically, they're good at their instruments. Like they're really good at their instruments, and that'd just be hilarious collab.
Well,
Hilarious and probably really satisfying. You know?
we'll see what the future holds.
Yeah, I don't think it's
Well,
gonna happen.
no, that's all good. If so I guess in the future, what can we expect from In Hearts Wake? We got more tours, new album, stuff
More
coming,
surprises.
more surprises like reindeer suits.
Probably not reindeer suits. Yeah, yeah,
You just picture that's the album cover, just you in the reindeer suits, just
yeah. It's like a really budget reindeer suit, and it's yeah. I can think of all kinds of what would be wrong with that. You know, so wrong. Washed up dudes in reindeer suits.
you'd have to think of a catchy name. That'd be all good.
A catchy name for the band or the
But
album.
for the album, I mean,
Um,
something along the lines of slaying, maybe. Just
a Christmas album. Is that where you're going with it? Oh
there's an
God.
idea.
Yeah. No, it's not one we'll be entertaining.
Yeah.
Um, we'll have some surprises, no doubt. We like if we're not creatively challenged
What's the
by
point?
how something's released as well, not just how it sounds, then I think yeah, we just throw the towel in. So we'll always try and find the edge of what's possible.
Yeah, perfect. Well, again, the tour was amazing. I loved the Brisbane show. Seemed like a good time. We're going to be excited, obviously, for the Unify off the record for everyone that's going to attend that. So thanks again for joining us on the show. We'll have all the links below for the review and the gallery from the Decade of Divination tour and details of the upcoming Unify off the record shows. So, Jake, cheers for having a chat with me, man. It's been good.
Pleasure. Thanks for doing all the photos, which I can see in the background.
Yeah, that's cool. I've got them all on the
Epic.
Instagram and stuff too. You can take a look.
I will. Yeah, send us a link.
Yeah, we'll do, buddy. But hopefully we'll speak to you again soon.
Speak to you again soon. See you at the next Brisbane show.
Yeah, we'll do, definitely.